we're just outside Stanley Grove School and I'm just doing a short video to let people know about how to come into school safely and a little bit about our one-way system and what to do when you drop your children off to school and pick them up at the end of the day. So this is our new one-way entrance that we're going to be using. It's the one that's next to the school field and the one that's next to the school gate where the vehicles access. So we've got a one-way entrance, we've got a blackboard, and we have put some blackboards out to try and help and give information for you as you enter the school. So here you can see we've got the entrance and we're asking people to stick to our one-way system which we have created in the school. So if I walk through with you, away from the road, you can see that we have the path that leads to the side of the school where the field is, and this is the way all of the children and adults will enter the school from now on. So on the path you can see we've marked some spaces for you to stand safely, and we'd ask you to stand on these yellow lines because they have been measured so that they are 2 meters apart. And every now and again you will see we've got the yellow arrows to remind you about the one-way entrance. So here we've just got some information. If you need to contact school, we're asking people to phone and leave messages on the answer phone and we will get back to you, or to send an email to contact@stanleygrove.wakefield.sch.uk. Now when you get to this part of the path you can see that we've got some patches here, and we are asking that people don't stand on the yellow markings here. That's because the member of staff will be opening the gate. The gate will be closed. I've just left it open so I can do this video, but the gate will be closed when you come to school, and then a member of staff will come at the allocated time to ask for each group to enter the school. And we have done a staggered start. It's been quite difficult to organise that. We're trying to make sure that works for everybody, but we are asking for people to just come onto the school site when it's your turn for your child to go into school. That's to reduce really the amount of adults that are on the school grounds at any one time, and we will keep that under constant review to check that it's working safely. So this is the last line that you will stand at, and that means that our staff who are opening the doors can open it safely and still keep 2 meters apart. And we just ask that you then allow them to step back out of the way so that they can welcome you into school, and they will call the group, so they'll say whether it's reception class that they want or whether it's a key worker group which they're wanting to come in first. So here there's another arrow showing you our one-way system, and so we go through the gates, and then there will be some senior leaders who are on duty the first few days particularly just to help out and check everybody's okay. You can see that unfortunately we've had to cordon off our lovely trim trails. It's just impossible to clean those every time a child's being on it, so we're asking that children do not touch the trim trails because they will not be cleaned regularly. It's just an impossible task. So they're all cordoned off, so remind your children of that. And you can see it looks a little bit different because we have got some markings on the floor. So I'm going to take you over to the reception class because that's the first class that's going to open next week on the 8th of June. So this is actually going to be the reception entrance now. It's the fire door, so it's open and it's one that we can close so the children are still safe inside. And you can see now that I have put some yellow squares on the floor near the entrances. You will see that near all the entrances because that's where means we can have our teachers who are kept safely at a 2 meter distance from adults coming onto the school. Please respect that. We need to keep everybody safe, and it's important my staff feel safe standing waiting at the door to welcome your children in. So that is an absolute keep clear. So here's the reception board, and it says at this side for you to go around the other side, and near each of the boards you'll see that I've put a footprint. So that's where the first person in the queue will stand. So find the footprint, you're the first person in the queue, and you will wait until the teacher indicates that she wants you or he wants you to let your child come in. And you must wait for that indication because it might be that there's a child just round the corner that we need to deal with and help and support. So please wait for the teacher to indicate that they want you to come in. Now reception are going to wait and line up down here. So in front of the wildlife, you can see again we've got markers which we have placed for you 2 meters apart, so the reception class will wait here with their parents. It's really important you keep your children with you at all times. We understand you might have to bring siblings onto the site with you. They may have a different drop-off time and there's only one of you coming in with them. That's fine, but they stay with you, they hold your hand, they stand next to you. We can't have children running around bumping into other children or other adults when we're trying to keep everybody socially distanced. So that's the queue and the line. It will go down quickly, but bear with us. Initially, when children are coming in for the first time, it's going to be different and they might need a little bit of reassuring. So just bear with us to get through that as quickly as we can, and I'm sure the speed will increase as we go along. So there's our reception. Now for nursery children, this is your area, and again we've got a safe area for children to enter and exit and for staff to be able to stand safely. Keep the area clear so our staff are safe to do that. So we've called our children in nursery, they're our sunshine group, so they can look for some lovely sunshine pictures so they know which toilet belongs to them and which sink they use. And the reception children are going to be the rainbow group. So we thought that would be something useful for them. And this is the pickup point. And again, here are the feet. So the first person is going to stand on the feet and they will wait then for the teacher to ask their child to come in. And your waiting area is here. And it's an L shape. Again, you've got the marks 2 meters apart. And then you're going to have to turn for the L shape there. So that's for the nursery children. And we stopped it here, so you safely couldn't wait at the end of the queue. Okay. So we have got some key worker groups that we will still be looking after. And we've split those children now into 2 groups, so we have younger children together and older children together. And that's so we can stick to the guidelines of a maximum of 15 in each class. Now, this area is for the key worker group A. So this is our youngest key worker children. So if you've got a different time to another child, come at the earliest time, drop the first child off, and then you'll find the spot to wait for the other children. So key worker group A, you can see why we staggered the start and finishing times, because we want to keep groups apart, to keep people safe. So the first person waits here, and you will be going into what was class 2. And your queue actually bends round, so you go round here. As I say, we will be on the site. There's a dot, another dash, and then we hug the wall, and it just means that people leaving the site at the side of you here are nicely apart from you. There's the last dash for this class, and then you go down the side of the wall and hug the wall nice and safely. And that's where you wait if you are, have a child in key worker group A, the youngest children. Now as children's classes open, then we're hoping the key worker children will be able to move into their classrooms. Okay, we've got a nice large keep clear area again at the bottom of here, just to keep children and parents and staff safe. So no standing or going into that area. Now this area again is the way we will exit. So everybody has to exit via this gate. It's a one-way system. And then we ask you to go out of the gate near the pedestrian crossing there. So there's no entry via the gate behind me now, as we've done in the past. So the key worker group B, which are the older children, year 4, 5 and 6, this is your waiting area. So again, there's the set of feet for the first person to wait. The teacher will stand there, they will see who is at the front of the queue, and you might have to shout who you are, because if it's a different member of staff who doesn't know all of your children, they might not know every parent. So if you just say which child you've come for, then the teacher will collect the child, and then you will be able to go round and collect your child and leave the premises. This is where you'll really have to be careful because of the nature of our building. It is a little bit of a crossover point for people leaving from other groups, and again it's a key reason why we've had to stagger the start and finishing time so people aren't bumping into each other. So your child will come down the ramp and they will go over to you and leave the building, leave the site. And we are asking for you to please leave the site straight away unless you're going to wait for another child in another queue. So key worker group B, giving you a nice L shape, hugging the fence and hugging the wall just to keep you away and nice and safe. And again, these dashes have all been measured, so they are 2 meters apart. There we go. Okay. So as I say, please be patient. It will initially take a little bit longer, but as we get used to the routine and we get children used to the routine, it will speed up. If these staggers are too close together, we find it's taking too long, you will have to bear with me because I will change it so that the staggers are nicely separated, so we have children who are safe and adults who are safe. Okay. So I'll just take you around now because one of the other year groups which are coming in will be our year ones. Here they are. So this is the waiting class, and they are kept in their year 1 classroom. We thought that would help them. So we've tried to keep younger children in their familiar classrooms. So there's the year 1 drop-off point, and there's the footprint for your child. Okay, and then you have 2 lines to queue, and we are going to put barriers here around this little area because your lines are across the clock, and then we have some lines for you which are hugging the wall of the classroom. So with an old building, it's been quite an ordeal to just try and get things as safe as possible. So we will have a barrier around this so that anybody using the one-way system and walking through school won't be bumping into you. So your area will have a barrier around it, and I will video and photograph that again for you before your children come onto the site. Okay, so we have got year 6s who will be joining us at the end of the month, so I'll do another video and show you that and put some photographs on for you as well. Hope that's useful so far. Okay, thank you.